Okay, now we're getting to the pointy end of things, so what we're going to do is mix our own black. Now, I don't really like using black paint because if you mix your own, it just tends to be that little bit more dynamic. So let's give it a try. So how we're going to mix it is we're going to use our dark blue and a little bit of our red, and it's really going to be more really deep purple, but so much more dynamic than just a flat black. So give it a try. I've been mixing mine up here with my medium brush, but I'm going to use the small brush, and we're going to start to outline and block in our tree. So make sure to thin it out with water, that way the outline of the tree doesn't get too thick and muddy. So add a bit of water to our purplish black, and then we'll get started. So firstly, I'm going to take a look at my example here, and I'm going to just start with this top little S curve, and I'm going to draw that and draw a line all the way down the center, so then I can work off from there and develop the rest of the shape. So my little S is going to start right about here, because I can't see the outline that I did earlier anymore. I painted over it, unfortunately. So if you just put a little dot right here, you can see where you're going to start, and you can pull that line into this existing line that we've got here from earlier. So just make an S shape, and what you're going to want to do is go around that star here. So we're not really touching any of the stars, just kind of working on through. Okay, all the way down there. So you can start to thicken out your little S shape with your paint. And if you remember, the more watered down it is, the better and the easier it will glide over all this other paint we've got going on in here. And the edges will look sharper. And now at this stage, feel free to build up the area as well. That tree trunk looks really nice when it's all dynamically coated with paint. So then when we come up from our little S shape here, we're going to add this little bump. So right about halfway down through this little swirly shape here, we've got kind of a little bump that comes out and goes back in on a V, and then it's kind of meeting up with my previous outline, which is very helpful. Glad I did that earlier. And then we've got another V shape here and a little branch that comes off there. So right here, I'm just going to pull that down. Okay, and then I'll get the rest of my outline, making sure to add enough water to keep my edge nice and sharp. And I'm just going to glide over the spots where I've done it previously here, all the way down to the bottom of the canvas. And the same thing on the other side. So I can tell where I've got a little spike that goes up here to the bottom, in the bottom of my swirl. I'm just going to draw a line. Looks just like a branch. Don't overthink it. And then I'm going to do another little curve shape that comes in here and just follow along. And I've got my old little guide here helping me, which is great. And then another couple spikes that come down and around this last star over here. Just a couple lines, just to give it an indication of a branch shape. And pull that down here. So then what I'm going to do is fill in the rest of my tree shape with this nice dark blackish purple that we've created. And I'm going to use the brush strokes going in an up and down motion. So if you haven't noticed already, most of this painting is all about which way the brush strokes are going. So it kind of prevents the shapes from completely blending in to one another. So go ahead and fill in your tree.